Hi, welcome to the Crafts channel. My name's Corinne Brad and we're still in love with tassels. So today I want to show you how to make your own set of tassel earrings very easily. And when you consider that to buy one pair to go with an outfit, you're looking at about £6 on average, you could probably make yourself a pair for every outfit that you've got for not much more than that. What you want to start with is a piece of cardboard. So this is thickish chipboard. I won't use my fabric scissors to cut my thickish chipboard. Cut it to the depth that you want your tassels to be, like so. And then if you cut a small notch in the top, now you can't see this white on white, but if you grab a jump ring, and this is quite a large silver jump ring, a pair of pliers, or in fact 2 pairs of pliers, and just open your jump ring like this. Don't ever be tempted to open a jump ring like this, because what you'll do is you'll distort the circular shape of it. So you need to twist it open almost, and then fit that jump ring into the notch of your piece of card. Because then what you can do is you can choose your colour of embroidery thread. And it doesn't have to be embroidery thread, you can even do this with normal sewing cotton or a silk thread, anything you like really that's the correct colour. If you do it with embroidery thread though, you don't have to wrap as many times because embroidery thread has got 6 strands to it anyway, so it will come out fuller. Hold your embroidery thread at the bottom of the piece of card with one thumb and then wrap it round so that it's going in between the gap of your jump ring. So that's 1, 2, 3. Just got that caught on the end of the jump ring there. And keep a check of how many times you've wrapped that round, because if you're going to make a pair of earrings, you want to make sure that each tassel is the same size. So one more time, and I think that's about 20, because I didn't actually keep a check. And then trim the end off. Now before you slide it off your card, I would just close that jump ring up again to make sure that none of the loops escape from your jump ring. Nice and tight. And then you pull the jump ring out of the notch. Actually, it might be easier to slide this part off like here. And normally when you make a tassel, what you'll do is you'll actually trim the end off before you slide it off, but I don't want to do that. I need to keep this whole while I'm binding the neck. So let's pop that there. Cut yourself a decent length of embroidery thread, because you don't want to come up short. And if you use a large eye embroidery needle, and this is one of those times when you think, oh, I really could have done with putting my reading glasses on to thread this needle. There you go. So you've got all 6 strands, and then hold your hank of tassel. Make sure this length is longer than the tassel, because you can cut this to become a piece of the tassel. Hold it up tight and then bind just below that jump ring about 6 or 7 times, like so. Once you've bound it, just pop that through to create a knot that you can pull really tight. And then what I'd suggest you do is take your needle and thread, go up through your binding. Oh. Once more through the jump ring and back down through the front of the binding. Like so. And then you can trim it to the end of your tassel. So it's held on there nice and tightly. Snip the loops of your tassel, like this, and give it a bit of a comb almost with your fingers. One tip actually is if you find, you know, with embroidery thread, it tends to come in a skein, and if it's been there for quite a long time, it's got bends in it where it has gone around the bend, like this bit here. Especially things like embroidery cotton, what you can do is if you just dip it in a glass of water and shake it out like you would a paintbrush, it will take the kinks out. I mean, you can't obviously wear them soaking wet. Let's just trim, or is that a loop I've got there now? Trim your tassel to the length that you want it, like you're giving it a haircut. Turn it again that way. So you've got a perfectly straight bottom. And then to get the effect that we've got with these tassels here, or these tassels here, if you take your needle, I would suggest, do it on perhaps a piece of felt, you can comb out the strands. Another thing that's really good for this, if you've got a long-haired dog and you've got one of those stripping brushes with a little wire bristles on it, that is really good, because what it does is it separates the 6 strands for a much fluffier looking tassel. I won't keep doing that, but you can see what I mean. It just opens them out a bit. And then to turn it into a pair of earrings, all you need to do is grab an ear wire, preferably in the same colour as you've done your jump ring, so these ones are silver. And most of these ear wires, they've got a loop on the back here. Just very carefully lift that loop slightly. Might have to lift it a little bit more because that's quite a thick jump ring. Pop your jump ring onto the loop and tighten it back up again, like so. Perfect tasseled earring. And then once you've become, you know, confident in making your tassels, you can add extra beads to it. You can do double length tassels like this with crystals. Or the other thing is, if you don't like that kind of effect, you can get these things called end caps, which are for like thickly beaded necklaces, and you can make a tassel and then just glue it into the end cap so that you've got a nice decorative top to it. So, as I say, a tassel for every outfit, or a pair of tassels for every outfit you own, and just with a few basic supplies, it will cost you next to nothing for each pair, and they're great as gifts as well. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. I hope you like wearing your own tassel earrings, and we will see you next time. Thanks. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.